I'm definitely the heifer and you're the hog.
No, I'm the heifer and you're the hog. Do you know cows are one of the leading sources of global warming?
Yeah, they got that.
They got that booty.
They toot out gas.
They got them booties. And then they... And I say, you know what my solution is? Eat them.
I think that's the problem.
Is it people aren't eating them fast enough?
No, I think that we eat them and they toot.
I'm gonna take to the streets, like lead a kind of like a protest. Like, we aren't eating enough cows. They keep breeding.
You're gonna take to the streets?
Yeah, I'm gonna lead a movement and be like, we need to eat more cows because we're not eating enough. They're growing. Their population is growing. We need it to shrink, obviously. So we need a little more bloodlust.
Ooh.
We need to eat the cow. People need to get after it.
I'd like a cheeseburger right now.
I'm down. Cow murder. Let's go. I'm in. I think it should be encouraged. I think if you see a cow, it should be like, kill it.
I'm gonna rip it off. Seven Nation Army gonna kill the cows.
Oh man, it's so interesting. Have you ever? There's this. I mean, you like look at the history of like how certain animals became domesticated. Like, it could have been completely different, and
Why?
it is in some places. Like in some places, reindeer are a big, like version of cattle.
Where?
In like Russia, I think.
Yes, we have
Like
captured Santa
Finland
Claus.
and stuff. They've got like they herd reindeer.
We have captured Sandy Claus.
Have you ever seen those videos of the huge groups of reindeer in like the like Canada and Russia? Just like looks like oceans of them.
No.
It's crazy.
You ever seen the movie Rocky?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen The Goonies?
Yes.
Have you ever seen...
Is this gonna end?
Just trying to get to know you.
Is that what you do on dates? You just ask, have you ever seen Back to the Future?
Yeah.
So have you ever seen
Have you ever been to Taco Bell?
Point Blank?
Point Blank.
Point Blank.
I've never seen Point Blank. No, I haven't seen that one.
Oh, because that's actually a script I've been working on.
Have you ever been to Taco Bell?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever been to McDonald's?
Yes, Greg. What are you thinking about ordering on the menu?
Have you ever been to Wendy's?
Yeah. So, what do you do for work?
Have you ever been to Long John Silver?
Okay. I'm not really getting through to you.
No. You answer my question.
I actually don't know if I have been to Long John Silver's.
Yeah, I could tell.
I got that lack of culture just oozing from me.
You just don't look like you vibe.
The Silver's?
You just don't look like you have like a decent vibe.
In general.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't let me in just because of that.
Look what time it is on your watch right now.
What the heck, man?
Say it out loud.
It's 4:20.
Roll up
4:20. We're pausing the episode to do a little smoke.
Roll up your joints.
Roll up your joints, team.
Pack your bowls. Pack your bongs.
I don't know how
roll up your
time
blunt.
necessarily works, but because this is being recorded at 4:20, it is now 4:20 whenever you are. That's really terrifying to even
You know what's
say.
really crazy too?
Whenever you are
You know
right
what?
now.
You know what's really crazy as well? We've been doing the podcast for 4 minutes and 20 seconds.
Are you kidding me right now? Holy fucking shit, that's terrifying.
Roll up your joint. Roll up your weed. Roll up your blunt. Roll up your bong. Roll up your gravity bong. Roll up your
Hookah.
roll up your
Chill 'em.
roll it up.
Your steamroller.
Roll it up.
And your pipe and your Gandalf pipe.
Put it in.
Your blunt.
Smoke it.
With your matches. Use matches.
I'm kind of over the weed craze.
Craze. You know what I'm really sick of? This whole beer craze. Everyone's all drinking beer and smoking weed. When's that going to stop?
Everyone's so fucking faded all the time.
I mean, a lot of comedians are all the time. I wanted to go home last night. We went to Taco Burrito House. I had one cocktail at the world famous Laugh Factory, and then we went down the street, and then we ran into our good friend Blake Burkhart and Chris Trani, and they were like, "Coming in here and drink," and I was like, "I don't wanna," and you were like, out of nowhere, I didn't expect you to. I was expecting you to be like, "Yep, let's bail," and then because I can really normally count on you to bail.
I'm the bail guy.
That's one of the reasons that we're friends is because it's like, I'm bailing. And then you were like, yeah, I'm down to have a drink. And I almost punched you square in the jaw.
I had one.
Yeah, and I had two.
I know, you're an idiot. I left.
I had stayed longer than you.
I said, I'm going to have one. I don't lie.
I enjoyed my time there. It was a good time.
Oh, God.
It's a good bar. Do you know they have like rare Japanese whiskey there?
Yeah.
Like super rare. And that shit's expensive.
And that's what you were drinking?
No. Fuck no. I just was noticing it. I was drinking Jack Daniels. Like a classy lady.
Wow.
Well, this has been a good episode.
Wow, you drank? That's good.
Nah, no way. I just had 2 drinks, and then I went home and smoked a joint.
If you were going to sober up, which
I would go alcohol would be gone immediately. I barely like it. I haven't been drinking like to getting hammered in a minute. There was that stretch, I think, well, in July. It's this holiday called 4th of July. It takes place on the 4th. And the tradition here in America is you get hammered.
and blow stuff up.
And that happened to me, except for the blowing stuff up part. And I got really drunk for about 10 days. So I've been kind of taking it easy.
This is, yeah, that's great. Me too. I take it easy all the time.
No, you didn't. Over the weekend, you got hammered.
Well, it was a joke. I did it to make people laugh.
You got hammered this weekend. Well, it was a bit, dude.
I was just kidding around.
You're an alcoholic, Greg. It's all a big joke.
Because when I do it, people laugh. So I'm like, well, gotta make the people laugh.
Yeah, you do.
And then
you're just a big old clown.
Clown boy.
Clown boy. Greg Kennedy.
Check this out.
Yeah, incredible. Very cool clowning that you're doing right now for the audio mostly podcast. Which, by the way, if you're listening to this and you're like, I would like to watch it, we have a YouTube now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Heifer and the Hog podcast or Heifer and the Hog pod or something like that. We're not great at this self-promotion thing, but
watch us sit there.
Yeah, we don't put the episodes on there. It's just us gearing up for the episode. We roll the camera, and it's us getting our vibe together. We do a lot of writing for this, so it's us writing.
Yeah, can you tell the last couple episodes how much we've written?
Yeah, it's been a lot of work, and just like kind of like just trips. We go on like trips where we like bonding trips and like writers
bondage trips,
writers retreats. Greg's goes on these bondage retreats. I don't do that shit.
I tie Chris up.
Nope, I'm a normal guy.
And I put him in leather.
Nope, it doesn't happen. I'm not even willing to entertain this riff.
And I bite the leather off of him.
I think it's time for your 5th nap of the day.
It's coming. I just yawned.
I know you did.
It's not right.
You yawned hard. But seriously, our YouTube we do have full video YouTube episodes. So check it out if you want to watch and see the physical chemistry here. We are arm in arm and we're docking wieners the whole time.
Cock hard.
Docking cocks.
My wiener's hard. It's good. It's good to be rock hard right now.
Like the most unenthusiastic, horny person.
I'm horny.
Hey, my wiener is hard, and it's awesome. Love being horny. If you want to do stuff with me and my hard wiener,
don't even think about it.
Don't, because I'm not even that enthused about how horny I am. It's kind of a bummer. Every day, at least 7 times a day, I'm horny, and yeah, don't want that no more.
I've been afraid to be horny.
Okay, let's dive into that. Go.
Just like general overall fear.
Because you're afraid to what?
What if somebody wants to see it?
Then you just say
no.
You say, would you like to see it? And then if they say yes, then you say, well, let's go to an appropriate location to show each other our things. We will examine them closely.
Together.
We'll bring a notary to sign off on it, and then we'll bone.
And then we will bone it.
And then we'll bone it.
And then we will bone it. And that's how it's done.
And you're afraid of that transaction?
I don't know what's going on with me.
I think the older we get, at least I haven't been single for a while, but I feel like you can just kind of cut to the chase now.
So are we sexing or no?
Yeah, just be like, hey, do you want to go, buy, just don't be a creep. It's again.
I've noticed that you looked at me one time earlier.
Every time.
Will we be sexing or no?
This is why I know that you'll never be a creep, Greg, is because creeps come from people who can't get denied. And if you get denied, you're like, yes, fuck yeah, that was always the plan.
I'm not even shooting my shot.
But even if you do, and you're like, hey, I'd like to do sexuals with you, and they say no, you're like, fuck yeah, that's awesome.
You say no to me.
Amazing.
I was just asking you to be polite.
No, see, that's when it becomes dickhead territory.
You fucking piece of shit. And now I'll go home.
Where you don't want to have sex with me? Well, you're a slut.
I'll be going home now to advance my character in NBA 2K, who has won 6 straight championships. I'm doing quite well without you, woman.
You don't want to bone sexuals with me? Well, I'll be going home and pretending to be a hamster tonight. So, in a big ball, and I'll be destroying a bunch of other little cartoons. It'll be fun for me.
Be gone, woman.
You don't want to have sex? Well, tonight I'm pretending to be a soccer player. So...
You are nothing like my video games.
Video games are the shit.
It's killing me.
You think so?
I would rather just be with them.
With your video game?
My creatures I've created.
Oh, like it's like time for you to go, do anything social or active, and you're like, I would rather.
Video games are tremendous.
But Greg Kennedy, the video basketball player.
I've won 6 straight NBA championships, something Michael Jordan was never able to accomplish, something LeBron James dreams about at night. I did it with ease. I sweep the playoffs every year. They're calling me in the game the greatest player to ever live. They've never said it out loud, but I know that the robot AI announcers are thinking it.
I'm the coach of Liverpool, and we just won 4 trophies in one season, which is called a quadruple, and that's unheard of.
And you want me to come outside into my real life world?
I got guys like Lionel Messi who are like, let me join your team. And I'm like, no, you can't. This guy Kubo, a Japanese fella, ends up being really good.
You ever seen the movie Cujo?
Don't think so, actually.
You ever seen the movie Gremlins?
Oh, we're back on a date.
You ever seen the movie Caddyshack?
Yeah, I've seen Caddyshack. I don't know if I've seen Gremlins.
It's a really good Christmas movie.
Caddyshack is a great movie.
You should put Gremlins on next Christmas time.
Okay, yeah.
You love horror movies.
Yeah, I trust you illicitly when your recommendations, especially when you phrase it like that, when you're like, you should put Gremlins on during Christmas time.
I think you should.
I think if we play the tapes back, Pasquale, play the tape back.
I think you should.
Yeah, see, you sounded great, babe.
Have you ever seen?
Have you ever seen a bug while you're on mushrooms, and then you're like, I get why, like, people in the ancient times believed in fairies and stuff like that. Have you ever seen a lightning bug while being intoxicated? You're like, that is a mythical creature.
Yeah.
You would believe it. If you saw like a big beetle cruise by you and you're in the middle of the jungle and you're like, that was a fairy. That's what I would tell all my friends. I would be like, I didn't see a beetle. I saw a tiny little lady with wings.
One time I brought a girl back to my house in my room, and we went to my room, and there was a bug on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, the bitch left.
What?
The bitch left.
Don't call her that.
I didn't know I was living a goddamn bug's life.
God. I hated that riff. I didn't know I was living a goddamn bug's life.
That was a pretty good
I think
joke.
it's time for your 6th nap of the day because you've been napping the whole first half of this fucking podcast. Man, we have a mutual friend who recently, he was staying at another comedian's house, and then there was bugs at that comic's house, and so he went and booked his own hotel.
Yeah.
And he was like, was that rude?
Yep.
Kinda, yeah.
No, it's not. I'm not staying in the bug house.
Really? For me, I would... I would be like, no, I'm gonna probably just tough it out.
I'm not saying the fucking bug house.
I stayed recently at a comedian's place. Their AC wasn't great, and I was just like, whatever. What am I gonna do otherwise?
Listen, here's the thing about me. I'm all luxury, baby. I'm staying in the high class
5-star
suites. I'm
hotels.
I'm staying at the Waldorf.
You know who?
I'm an arena, a comedian. If there's not 2,000 people in the crowd, you're probably not going to see me doing the show. I ride around in a stretch Hummer. There's a jacuzzi in the back. It's not like I'm going anywhere. It's just the car that I've chose to buy. I have a purple Lamborghini because I really liked Bam Margera growing up. I have a regular size Hummer, just like a regular Hummer I drive around. That's the car that when I go to stop signs and red lights, I put it in park and I rev it really loud because it's a Hummer and it's good for the environment. I have a jet. I have the helicopter that Kobe Bryant died in.
Oh my God.
I'm working on fixing it right now. I'm going to get it back in the air because I think that's what Kobe would have wanted.
Oh my God.
I recently snuck into the place where that submarine blew up. I'm gathering the pieces.
You snuck into the place where that submarine blew up? You mean the Atlantic Ocean?
Yes. I found the controller. The controller survived it. It's officially my...
Isn't that crazy?
It's my backup Xbox controller.
The controller survived an implosion at like a mile deep. If I don't know what's good advertising, that's really good advertising.
I have my own private jet that I have...
You'll go on that you what?
I haven't gotten to use yet because of the gasoline
prices. Yeah, you got a lot of stuff. You can't probably afford gas for any of that shit, huh?
Especially not when like the stretch Hummer. Because like the regular Hummer's gas is really bad.
You listed off a bunch of vehicles that you had, and then it all came to a screeching halt because you realized the gas prices. That's how you can tell you're thoroughly 30-something and boring. You're like, hold on a second. I have all these fantasy cars. That's going to be a lot of gas money. And think about the insurance on the helicopter that Kobe Bryant died in.
Well, once that thing gets going, though, I'm gonna like.
But the monthly...
No. Listen. Well, hold on now, motherfucker.
Oh, he hit me with a fully pronounced motherfucker.
Once I get...
Hold on now, motherfucker.
Once I get the helicopter back and running, I'm going to let tourists ride in it. And I'm going to call it the last ride.
Man.
Oh, God, that was bad.
That was bad, for sure.
But I love Kobe. I'm so sad he died. That was his terrible day. I watched
horrible
it the whole
day.
day. I cried.
But I do have a similar thing where it's like the people who are fascinated with the Titanic are probably not related to people who died in the Titanic. Or they are. It's very removed and they're weirdos. But like think about what you're obsessed with. You're obsessed with a bunch of people drowning in the middle of the night in the freezing cold ocean.
Right.
And you want to go visit basically a gravesite. Like that would... I'm sure there are fucking weird fuckers that... Fucker. And motherfuckers. That are going to like Kobe Bryant's crash site.
Oh, yeah.
That's weird.
It is weird.
That's odd. People died there. Why do you like that?
Why are you liking that?
I have an interest in the fact that it's interesting that a bunch of people died, but why are you obsessed with it? Why are you going there?
You know, like you want to see, just watch Titanic.
There's $250,000 to go in a tube of toothpaste to the bottom of the ocean. We're really, really up to date with our riffs. This is like 6 weeks later that we're finally wrapping our fucking feeble minds around this thing. But use that $250 for something good.
Isn't it crazy that Bill Paxton was actually in a submarine down at the Titanic filming? He was down there.
No way.
Yeah.
Who's Bill Paxton?
The guy in Titanic. Him and James Cameron, they were actually in a submarine down there.
They were there when it happened?
They were down there and it was 9/11 and they were like having the time of their life and they came up to the surface and they're like, that was pretty fucking awesome. They're like, 9/11 just happened.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, you really did bury... I don't feel like you told that story very well. You're like, can you believe they were down there when that happened? And I was like, when what happened? And you're like, 9/11. You can't
All
just
right.
say that and
So-
assume that I know it's 9/11.
During the filming of the Titanic,
Yeah.
they have a real submarine.
Yeah.
James Cameron, Bill Paxton, whoever else. There's a crew down there. They go down to the surface of the Titanic,
They go down to the bottom of the ocean.
and
Yeah.
they're filming. They're
Yeah.
acting. They're like acting like there it is. They're not acting though because they're actually at
the Titanic. But it was on September 11th, 2001.
and they're down there and like, this is one of the greatest things that's ever
This
happened
is
in
one
my
of the
life.
greatest. James Cameron said, look at your calendar right now. September 11th, 2001. He said out loud, this is one of the best days of my life.
They come back up to the surface and they think that everyone's going to be high-fiving them.
It would have been national news.
Yeah, so they thought that everyone's out there giving them high fives. They thought they were going to come to the surface and be like, I can't believe you guys were at the Titanic. You guys are
Unbelievable.
fucking cool. No, they come up to the surface. They all have their hands in there ready to be high-fived.
No.
And they're like, there's nothing to high-five about. The worst terrorist attack in American history just happened in both of the Twin Towers. Before you guys came, when you went down to the surface, both the Twin Towers were standing. You came up to the surface. They're not here anymore. Put your hand down. We're not fucking high-fiving you.
I think James Cameron might be implicated in 9/11 somehow. A little convenient. Bit of a convenient alibi, huh? Oh, where were you during 9/11?
Titanic.
I was in the ocean. Couldn't have been me.
Where were you when the Twin Towers fell? The
Titanic.
Right.
Weird. I like that. The thought of like on 9/11 they're not going to high five anybody.
Yeah, dude. They thought that they fucking got all this great
I
footage.
feel like on 9/12, 9/13, I feel like there was probably a good moratorium on high fives for a long time back then. I don't know if anyone high fived. Could you imagine high fiving after 9/11?
Terrorists probably did.
Well,
We did it. They probably high-fived right before the crash.
yeah. Oh my God.
This is too much. This is too much.
Yeah, not for you and your counterterrorism major.
I gotta stop riffing on the dead.
Nah, it's fine. We're idiots. No one's taking us fucking seriously. I'm not running for office anytime soon. Maybe a couple of years, but this podcast is what's going to vault me to the top. Probably.
Volta. Volta.
Do you know when after the Queen died in England that they had a ban on gatherings?
Yeah,
for
no parties.
Yeah, they like the Premier League was canceled. Soccer.
You mustn't party. There's been a death in the country.
Comedy shows were banned for 10 days.
Nothing's funny right now.
I don't see what we could possibly be laughing at. That old bitch is dead.
I noticed you were playing a game of pickup soccer.
Stop that now.
Stop it.
Put that away.
The tyrant queen has fallen.
Some crony of the Queen comes up and like there's a soccer ball and he like stabs it with a knife. He's like, no more playing. Go back home. Everybody must be crying right now.
Why aren't you crying?
You there. Cry. The Queen is dead, you fucking idiot. And now her big son, King Chucky, is on the... We've talked about King Chucky before.
We do this thing on this podcast where
Do you think we have a bunch of riffs and people are like, there they are, going at it again?
I don't know. Let's think of something completely new right now. Off
Okay.
the top of your head, let's think.
All right. Okay. Here it comes.
Oh God.
Oh, God.
Have you
No,
ever
don't.
seen
I can tell what you're goddamn doing. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I have to not bring it up.
Yeah, please don't. Honestly, when you were talking about all the different cars you had as a comic,
It was really hard.
as a global comedian, I was expecting you to, and I was going to walk out of the pod.
It was really hard not to bring up one of my favorite things about being alive.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you didn't. Motherfucker.
Let's think of a brand. What is a brand new thing that's funny?
Have you ever gone like boating?
I've been on a boat.
No, like the type where you get towed behind the boat.
Yeah, towing.
You've been on a tube.
Yeah.
Or have you ever done like the water skiing?
No, but I tubed.
You tubed.
Yeah.
Did you fly off of it?
Well, once it starts getting really fast, because there's usually two people on, you
Yeah.
know, my whole goal is punch them until they fall off.
Punch them.
Yeah, you ever seen like American Gladiator?
A sudden ambush. Here we go, Greg. This is gonna be so much fun. I'm so glad I'm on this tube with you.
And they're like,
Ah, fuck! Ah. And
yeah,
then
I've been really influenced by American Gladiator.
whenever I'm on something inflatable, I get really just some kind of bloodlust to knock them straight off.
I just have a constant bloodlust.
Yeah. Have you ever done the? So you've just done the tubings.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Have you ever dug up a dead body? No, wait. Have you?
Is that one of the questions you ask a date?
Yeah. And
Have you
then
ever seen The Goonies? Have you ever seen? You like Fall Out Boy? Do you like spinach? You ever dug a dead body up?
what's the last dead body you dug up, and why? What were you looking for?
It was King Tut. No, I was looking
There's
for.
no way that you come anywhere fucking near King Tut. Okay, it's like a regular person that no one's watching.
Okay, I dug up Barklington Joni.
Oh God, I know that guy.
And yeah, turns out he had stolen my rare John Elway rookie card and asked to be buried with it. So it's mine. I got it back, and I left his body in the streets of Philadelphia.
Yeah, my friend died, and I got him this chain that said thug on it.
Just thug.
Yeah, it said the word thug on it, and he was he was buried in it.
Okay.
And I don't know, I really wanted it back.
And so you're like, I got, because that's you. That's your vibe.
Yeah, so I waited a year. I gave him a year of thug.
Yeah. And you're the thug man.
Well, then I dug up the body, yeah.
Yeah.
And now I have that chain back. And also one of his feet.
Harvested a foot. Why the hell not?
Took his bone foot.
Took his bone foot?
Yeah, I have his bone foot in my room.
That's what that is. I thought that was just Legos.
Well, I haven't put it together yet.
Oh.
That's why you thought it was.
I got all the phalanges, but I haven't assembled it yet.
And that's okay.
Have you ever lucid dreamed before?
Yeah, like dreamed in real life.
No. It's like when you dream and you realize you're dreaming and you can control it.
Yeah, of course.
You have?
Yeah.
What have you done?
Really horrific stuff.
Oh no.
Once I know I have the power of Dreamland. You ever seen Freddy Krueger?
Oh no.
I basically just haunt the people that have made my life hell. Also, I'm a big fan of boiler rooms, so
That's so fucked up. You can lucid dream and you're like, yeah, you could do anything. You can.
Oh my God, I'm Freddy Krueger.
Holy shit, I got knives for hands. I mean, a lot of mine is flying or fucking.
Really?
Sure.
I would say if I'm not doing a bit and being truthful, because a lot of the time I don't have.
Yeah, please be truthful for once in your goddamn life.
I have everything I say.
Not everything's a fucking joke, Greg.
I think that lucid dreaming, it does seem like it's a lot of flying.
Yeah.
A lot of like getting places quickly.
Soaring to places. And then like yeah, but other times I'm dreaming and I'm like aware that I'm dreaming, but I can't control it. And that bums me out. I'm like, because I want to be able to like lucid. I need to read like a book about it.
You want to be able to harness the power.
That would be cool. I feel like it feels like a whole other side of my life. I spend half of my life dreaming. And if I could train my brain to lucid dream, and during my slumber, I could just fly.
I feel like that's pretty much technically
and bone
meditation.
Yeah, but I want to do
that's
it.
That's why people like meditate. They can like harness success because they can like visualize it in their mind, and then there's no other route.
So you're telling me every single person who meditates is rich?
No, I think most of the people that meditate are doing it just because they're hippie trash.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I thought you changed in a way that I wouldn't have enjoyed.
But I think there are people out there that can harness the power, which like me.
Yeah, that's why you meditate.
My power has gotten so powerful that the electric company is well, they're trying to figure out.
No, go on, finish this riff.
Trying to figure out how I'm not paying. Oh God, I'm really struggling.
Greg needs to take his 8th nap of the day. Thanks for holding on this one, team.
Do you guys do you guys like ice in your drinks? Or do you prefer no ice?
Are we back to the date?
Yeah. Ask me a question.
You ever seen Sharknado?
No.
You ever seen Deep Blue Sea with LL Cool J?
That I have seen.
And we've talked about it on this podcast before.
Um,
In fact, we talked about it in episode 1. And that's weird because this is the last episode.
if you were
Just
swimming
kidding.
in the ocean,
We'll
and
never end this podcast. I won't let Greg. Okay, go on. If you were swimming in the ocean.
If you were swimming in the ocean and a jellyfish bit your foot, I want you to know that I would piss all over your face.
Fuck you.
This man's trying to end the podcast, and you know what's fucked up about that? I'm the one who chooses when it's over with.
I'm giving him the signal.
So once he
Look at me. Hey, video viewers on YouTube, check this out. It's over.
because
It's over right now.
I like to end on a note that I feel like is appropriate.
Check this out. Power podcast over.
Nope.
Didn't happen. It hurts, man. It hurts.
What hurts?
I got no power around here.
If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
If I could have one superpower, what would it be?
Yeah, answer it.